A lie. I broke Taylor's chair with the weight I gained from her sourdough. Good gut health, though.
It's true love.
Velvet dresses, wedding day mayhem, unexpected football drama, and fans in full reaction mode. This story moves at a rapid pace. It all begins with Taylor Swift quietly dominating the conversation through her 70s-inspired Grammys after-party look, proving once again that she can command attention without ever appearing on the main red carpet. Then there's Taylor showing quiet support for Travis as he figures out what's next in his life and career, even as speculation about a possible end to his football days continues to grow.
Kidding me? I think Taylor Swift's gonna write a song about.
As if the drama wasn't already high enough, reports suggest Taylor is still undecided about whether Blake Lively will make the wedding guest list. Just when fans barely had time to process that, she surprised everyone with the announcement of a brand new music video, instantly sending Swifties into overdrive. Adding to the mix, Kelce opened up about how strange it feels knowing that this year's Super Bowl will happen without either brother on the field.
I think you're thinking a lot like everything that it's taken to get there.
To wrap it all up, reports indicate that uncertainty around Travis's future plans may be putting wedding discussions on hold, a reminder that major life decisions often take priority, even during happy moments. Taylor Swift may have skipped the Grammys red carpet this year, but she certainly didn't sit out the celebration. While photographers focused on the usual arrivals, she made a subtle appearance at an after-party and quickly proved that she doesn't need a formal spotlight to stand out. A short fan-recorded video soon made its way online, sparking instant buzz over her effortlessly cool, unmistakably Taylor style, mixing vintage music shop charm with modern pop star ease. According to sources, her crushed velvet dress wasn't a spontaneous choice. She selected a black version of a design she already owns in green, reinforcing her habit of sticking with silhouettes that feel right. She previously wore the green version in New York, styling it with bold boots for a more striking look. This after-party appearance felt like a softer, more laid-back take on that earlier outfit, same shape, different energy, and no unnecessary extras. Those familiar with the design say it draws heavily from 1970s influences, referencing a time when artists lived in studios, shaped culture, and dressed with confidence. The velvet fabric adds texture and movement while remaining easy to wear, allowing the piece to stand on its own. Comfort was reportedly a top priority. The dress was designed to feel relaxed, flexible, and natural, which helps explain why it continues to show up in her wardrobe. Style observers have also pointed out that this isn't the only piece from the label she's worn, subtly elevating the brand's profile simply by returning to it again and again. As the after-party chatter continued to spread online, attention shifted smoothly to Travis Kelce, who swapped city lights for open fairways, proving he's never been one to stay in a single lane. Trading game day intensity for a golf setting at the WM Phoenix Open Pro Am, he showed up with more than just a relaxed attitude. Sources say he was there to take the competition seriously. The Chiefs' tight end caught many by surprise with a sharply placed shot that rolled to within a few feet of the pin, quickly grabbing the attention of spectators who hadn't expected that level of precision away from the football field. That near-perfect shot delivered more than just applause. It earned him a shiny WM gold chain and sparked a wave of "did that really just happen?" reactions from the crowd.
It looks pretty good from there.
I think he's looking a little right. Oh, is it drawing? Oh my!
Sources noticed almost immediately. Taylor Swift subtly reacted to the now viral clip by liking it, an understated move that, in Swiftie terms, might as well be a standing ovation. That small online signal was enough to send fans into deep analysis, interpreting it as quiet, intentional support that allowed Travis to have his moment without shifting attention. Insiders added that even the broadcast leaned into the connection, hinting that the shot was so cinematic it felt like the kind of scene that could someday spark musical inspiration.
Chains.
Kidding me? I think Taylor Swift's gonna write a song about that one.
Travis, clearly feeding off the moment, celebrated with the confidence of someone who knew the internet was about to take over. Spectators joked that it was the kind of clip destined to circulate forever, especially when your partner happens to be one of the world's most influential storytellers. And golf, according to those close to him, isn't a casual pastime pulled out for attention. He's spent many off-seasons playing alongside his brother Jason, making this performance feel less like chance and more like steady preparation paying off. Online sleuths also spotted him moving along to a mashup that combined Taylor's music with early 2000s hits, once again reinforcing that subtle gestures aren't really his style. And while subtlety may work on the golf course, it's reportedly nowhere to be found when it comes to wedding decisions. Sources claim Taylor Swift has shifted firmly into boundary-setting mode and is uncertain about extending an invitation to Blake Lively. This reportedly goes far beyond logistics or guest numbers. The hesitation is said to be tied to ongoing legal issues, resurfaced messages, and persistent headlines that refuse to fade. There's concern that Blake's presence could shift a deeply personal event into an unavoidable media moment. Insiders say the unease has been building for some time, particularly after Taylor was reportedly drawn into Blake's legal situation involving Justin Baldoni, something she neither expected nor wanted to be associated with. Matters reportedly intensified when private messages appeared in court documents, leaving Taylor feeling exposed, as if a personal exchange had suddenly become public record. That experience, sources suggest, prompted a serious reevaluation of boundaries and who she allows into the most meaningful moments of her life moving forward.
Texted Blake, I think this bitch, meaning Baldoni, knows something is coming because he's gotten out his tiny violent.
Behind the scenes, what once seemed like an effortless friendship between Taylor and Blake is now described as noticeably strained. People familiar with the situation say a quiet emotional distance has been growing, with brief check-in messages slowly replacing the meaningful conversations they once shared. According to sources, it's been some time since the two truly connected, and there's little indication that closeness will be restored anytime soon. Trust appears to have been affected, and rather than pushing to repair things, Taylor has reportedly chosen to create space. Even as those personal shifts reshaped her inner circle, Taylor didn't miss a beat before switching back into full pop star mode, leaving fans zero recovery time before unveiling new visuals tied to her latest project. Swifties are now fully locked in after Taylor confirmed that the music video for Opalite is officially on the way. Insiders say fan reactions escalated almost immediately, from mild excitement to full commitment mode. The rollout appears intentional, with the video premiering first on Apple Music and Spotify, effectively turning both platforms into non-stop refresh zones filled with eager fans. Sources say the timing was no accident. Releasing the visual on February 8th gives it just enough exclusivity to build anticipation before it expands to YouTube on Super Bowl Sunday, one of the most heavily trafficked days online. Fans are already joking about how quickly the view count will climb, with many convinced it will soar before most people even settle in to watch the game. Insiders note that the countdown clock on Taylor's website has become a shared fixation, functioning less like a timer and more like a daily ritual. Apple Music added fuel to the moment by teasing the release across social platforms, instantly triggering an overload of reactions. Sources observed fans openly admitting they were emotionally overwhelmed and fully convinced this single video would carry them through the entire week. The overall mood is a mix of collective excitement and shared chaos, an atmosphere many believe Taylor intentionally cultivates. This release marks the second visual from the life of a showgirl, an album that has stayed at the center of fan discussion for months. Insiders point out that the first video, tied to Oilia, set expectations high following its theatrical launch and strong chart performance. Fans famously dissected every lyric in search of hidden meaning, and that level of analysis hasn't slowed down. Opalite is already being treated as a carefully packaged mystery waiting to be unpacked. While fans were busy decoding lyrics and tracking countdowns, the Kelce brothers were adjusting to a reality that feels unfamiliar, Super Bowl Sunday without either of them on the field. Jason Kelce has shared that it feels genuinely strange knowing that, for the first time in years, neither he nor Travis will be playing. Insiders describe the feeling as disorienting, like realizing a long-standing routine has suddenly disappeared. Sources close to the brothers say the absence carries extra weight because both understand exactly what they're missing. Jason may have stepped away after a lengthy career, but even from a new role, Super Bowl week still brings a rush of memories. Travis, meanwhile, saw his season end much earlier than expected, breaking a streak that had turned the Super Bowl into an almost guaranteed family tradition. Fans are feeling the shift too, having grown accustomed to seeing at least one Kelce involved every February. Still, neither brother is fading from view. Jason is reportedly embracing Super Bowl week in a different capacity, balancing media appearances, podcast commitments with Travis, and a packed schedule that resembles a full-scale event. That shift puts even more focus on Travis, whose future questions off the field are now louder than any stadium crowd. Insiders say he's caught in a difficult mental space, replaying a season that didn't just end early, but ended without closure. That lingering weight, sources add, is beginning to influence everything around him, including conversations about what comes next and how quickly life decisions, including wedding plans, move forward.
Kind of restarts in April, and I want to give the Chiefs a good opportunity to, whether I come back or not, and vice versa, like whether they want me back or not. It's one of those things where I'd like to make that decision before they got to get draft picks and the free agency opens, so that it gives them an opportunity to go out.
Sources say missing the playoffs affected Travis more than many expected, leaving him unsure whether he's ready to commit to another full NFL season or if stepping away might be the right move. That uncertainty has reportedly put major personal decisions, like wedding planning, on hold, since it's difficult to lock in dates and venues when so much feels unsettled. Those close to the couple note that this year has felt markedly different from their first whirlwind chapter together, fewer wins, more frustrations, and a noticeably quieter Travis when things don't go as planned. Insiders also observed him joking about life after football, testing the waters of freedom while gauging what that reality might actually look like. Layer in sentimental teammates, fans dissecting every move, and wedding speculation spinning out of control, and suddenly love, legacy, and career decisions are all at the same table, waiting for Travis to chart his next step.